Alex Revell, first of all, how's your week been?
It's been a positive week, I think, from the result last weekend. The players have been really good spirits. I think the performance last week showed how together and they are, and the spirit within the camp is great. And I think now this week it's about making sure we show people our quality this week and going into the game on Saturday. And I think that it's really important to focus on us and to focus on the things that we were doing at the start of the season and things that have got us success, to make sure that when we go in the game on Saturday we show those, because against Orion it was a really spirited performance and we should have won. We had many chances, but now we want to make sure that we get back to our identity and get back to the way we play and go and put on a good performance on Saturday.
Looking back at the Orion game, it was one of those where we had our chances to win it, but as did they. But now on Saturdays, how do we take those chances and really convert them into give us a winning opportunity? Yeah,
I think that they did. They had two charges that stood out in my head that came from probably our mistakes. I think that our chances were clear cut chances that we've created, and Listy has worked hard this week already to put that right. It's easy when you're a striker, you work harder in front of goal and through the week to make sure that when you get put in those positions you do it. And it was just being a bit more clinical. I think that's what we've always got to make sure we work on. But we've had a lot of those types of chances this season, and it carried on from last year. And all we've got to keep doing is keep putting our players in those positions. That's the main thing. The problems come when you don't create them, and you're not creating the chances. So it's through work on the training ground. It's through the players wanting to learn and wanting to do that type of movement off a shoulder or be slid in or be patient and not always get involved. But I think that it's something that we work on a lot, and it's something that we that Listy and Noz and Reedy, Bruno when he came on shows a real threat on the counter and in behind. So it's something that we just got to keep working on.
And looking back, we saw Luke Prosser come into the team, Chris Lyons, the new goalkeeper, Anna Smith. What effect do those senior players have on this group of players?
Well, firstly, Chris Lyons and Brad Barry I thought were outstanding on Saturday, and I think that what shows their professionalism and their attitude is that they trained 2 days. They trained 2 days before that game, and for them to come through not only the game and be able to be available, but to play 90 minutes. And obviously Lyons, you grew into it. He's a senior player. To have him out there to offer that calmness, I think, to us, and just the experience and a bit more size was great. And Brad showed a real aggression in everything he does, and crossing the ball, the way he presses, the way he added something to us 100%. And I think that what I will say for people like Pross and Scotty and Cokes, they are huge around the place. They are huge for moments where younger ones make mistakes. We've seen. They're there to help them. They're there to pick them up because they've made those in the past. You don't go through your career without making mistakes. So they help to pick people up. But I think those guys have been outstanding since in all my time here. The senior boys have been incredible. And you look at Pross and Scotty. They're here from back in the day, and Cokes from where we didn't know where we were going to be, and they're still here. And I thought Pross has come in for the last 2 games and shown what he's about really, and he's a fantastic person to have around the place. So we're delighted with the senior ones to helping the younger ones, and that's what happens when you become a senior player. That's what you're there for. And
looking at Newport, obviously no more Michael Flynn, but things got off to a good start for the new manager on Saturday. What kind of challenge do you expect from them?
Well, I know James from when my time at Cardiff, and he's a very, very good coach. He's a Newport boy, so he'll have a lot of pride on Saturday for him in his first home game. So obviously it's difficult when you prepare for a game with a new manager, because you don't know how they're going to play or whether they're going to change. But so you have to be prepared for different situations. I think that I can go back to last year when we went there on a terrible pitch and we should have won the game that day. So, the last time we went there was a positive performance. Concentrating on Saturday, from last Saturday, the way that we approached the game and the attitude and the application was spot on. So we know that they're in a good place there. Around here now, you feel that the confidence is there and the beliefs in there. So we have to concentrate on what we're doing and make sure we've got to make sure we get our side right. The basics, do the basics well. Limit opportunities to the opposition. And when we get the opportunity, go and create and score goals. And that's one thing that we've got to make sure that we believe in what we're doing. Like I say, this week the players have done really well to make sure we're ready for the game on Saturday.
And just finally, a little thank you to the supporters on Saturday with a free drink in the away end.
Free drink in the away end, fantastic. Always fantastic. Listen, I think that the fans have been great for us. We missed them last year, and there has been some frustrating results. We know that. We're just as frustrated, believe me, because it hurts. And the players, I thought on Saturday, were really helped by the fans to make, in a performance which we all know we needed. The senior boys really got on with the job and helped the younger ones through, which is fantastic. I think the fans would have seen that. I think they, at the end of the game, would have hoped that we won the game and seen that the way we played, I think we deserved to do that. Saw a really committed side against a really difficult opposition. And we've just got to keep doing that, because when the fans see that people are trying, and not trying, but giving their all, that's all they expect. That's what they expect. People giving their all when they wear the shirt, and on top of that is how do we add the quality to go and win games. And we've got to make sure that every time you put on a shirt, you show that. Every time you put on the shirt. And, there's been a couple of games where I think you don't question that with the players, but unfortunately the results tend to show that. But that's not the way the players are here. They care. It hurts them when they lose. Hopefully Saturday we showed as a team what it meant, and now we need to do that again every time we play with that commitment as a football club to make sure that we go and get some positive results.